Hello. So I came from the 5 hours hearing uh, of that absolute dog shit of hearing. Just for a fact, I study for a long time communist regimes, especially North Korea. I have a morbid curiosity, not not because I fantasize them, because I don't want anyone to become that. I will be talking specifically about the Fabian Society that is connected with the high crush of free speech on the UK, and the connections with the Jeffrey Epstein. Besides that, I hope you like it, and let's get right into it. Yo, 02 from the future. I'm here because I just finished the the goddamn NBC News interview on the survivors, and it was very hard to watch. Was very hard to watch, but still, they powered through, and they just said what the people that watched the 5 hours thought. I will leave it on the description. The 5 hours of the hearing with that disgrace of human being, leader of the DOJ, will be on the description. I see you there, and back to the video. So, like, this will be a rant. I will try to be as quick as possible and as detailed as possible. No, I still don't know names. I was not listening to those names. I was not even caring about the names. The hearing was terrible, and what it matters is that the victims, the survivors, were basically abused and absolutely treated like they were just trash, to further propaganda about the Trump agenda being the second coming of Christ. So let's go back. We have three people that I really that I really enjoyed the way that they tackled the stern and firm position of the DOJ director. One was a Republican that was called out for having Trump deranged syndrome. Very, but very, okay, adult for a person that is supposed to answer to do. A person that is supposed to be on the top of the judicial and law, basically to have. So, yeah. The other one was a chubby Asian that literally proved that she lied under oath, and that could be called a federal crime. And we have the short blondie hair diva that literally made sure to put the repugnant attitude of that woman back into her place. So let's go back to the Republican because it's the most easiest one. But that guy brought names and pointed out that the cover-up is only to protect the rich plus powerful. He showed some names that we didn't knew, or basically, I'm pretty sure that we didn't knew. We got as well proofs that they were covering or they let the names of the victims to basically uh, uh, so basically, but they are basically not only trying to basically install fear on the victims for them to stop talking about the crimes that the rich and powerful done, but they are doing a federal crime because a law tells them to redact only the victims. Uh, this is the first crime that they committed, and she did not even apologize or basically try to talk herself out of that position with actual fucking arguments and logic. She started uh, she started attacking him. The second one, that is the most important one, is the chubby Asian guy. The chubby Asian guy completely destroyed and proved that she was not only covering up for the friends of the okay allegedly allegedly friends of Trump and the most despicable person that ever lived this fucking earth, Jeffrey Epstein. Uh, she basically was pushed. Basically, the chubby Asian went there, and and that guy just asked her a very simple question: Do you have, or do you have not, proofs that could make an investigation on the president liable or not? She basically started a rant talking about how Trump is the next upcoming of Jesus Christ, how basically they are trying to tarnish his reputation and the reputation of the most transparent and most honest cabin that America ever had. It's very debatable, by the way. And besides that, how good Trump is being to the country, right? And how to make America great again. Uh, 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 make fuck. Make fucking America great again for the people that torn and destroy the society that build your fucking riches. She said that was no liability when the chubby Asian pressed um, the question. She said there was never any kind of liability or any kind of thing that could make an investigation plausible to investigate Mr. President. The Asian uh, basically pulled out a poster or whatever that shit is, a panel, whatever, and showed a goddamn mail of a victim that saw something that could not be suicide. That I think the fucking FBI fucking labeled that as a suicide, but that person saw it, or could be a lie. It could be a lie. Doesn't matter. It's that is a liable witness. They did not talk to her. They did not give a shit about her. Until this day, they never talked to that person. And that person saw something that Trump could be implicated in serious charges. Okay, allegedly. 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 So, she said there was not credible proofs that could make of the FBI or of the DOJ to pursue further investigation. I think that is a federal crime. Lying under oath. But again, this is not new for a fucking cabin that is absolutely deprived, and it's really trying to lie their way to power. Well, not to power, but lie their way to be perceived as a good administration. Third of all, there was a short, blonde-haired diva that mentioned that this part I didn't know. Of course, that the Trump administration would not like this to come forward, or the most transparent administration and government that USA ever did. Uh, there was almost no fucking cover on that on actual uh, right wing news sites or even Democrats. Like I didn't saw a lot of things though. Maxwell, uh, the co-conspirator of what Jeffrey Epstein did to billions and millions of children and women, went from a high security prison to a low security prison with benefits, private gym, and a private therapy session with a puppy. A person that groomed, tortured, trafficked women and children. Plus, much more that I cannot talk about here. She asked very well if she knew about that. She said she didn't. The person, the person that leads the Department of Justice, the DOJ, didn't knew that the most despicable person, the person that committed heinous crimes against their own people, and plus other people, countries, did she did not knew that very same person went to a Texas low security prison, or she's absolutely incompetent and she couldn't even measure the fucking stupidity that was coming from her mouth, or she's covering up something that, or she's in the files, or her husband is basically on the file, or basically people on the fucking administration have guns towards her head. They are basically threatening her, or she's just that bad. I don't know. I will allow you to fucking guess that one. That those were the points of the hearing. A very nice hearing, terrible hearing, despicable behavior, despicable way of dealing with things, gaslighting, propaganda, absolutely terrible, absolutely terrible. So, allow me to tell you why I'm so pissed with everything that has transpired on the court or hearing, the hearing. So basically, the first thing is that person that is leading the DOJ is receiving her money and her position with the taxpayers that are suffering every single day in fucking America. Her duty is for the people and the people alone, because without the people, she would be a zero, an absolute ball of a person, because morals, she really doesn't have it. Personality, I get that the personality that she has comes from the the second coming of Christ. The person that she rides the stick every single day, I bet it. Like, I bet that she even puts herself on her knees when Trump calls her. I don't know. I don't know, but the way that she behaved was pretty, pretty, pretty brutal like that. So like I said previously, I study, or I studied for a long time, specifically the North Korean regime. A very, very weird country that was sealed off when the Korean Civil War presented, and like a heavy leader there maximized everything to propagate a message, not only with a propaganda, but the way that they talk, the way that they sell the dream, and the way that they show show up the rest of the world to that country. I saw from people that fled the country. I saw a lot of people that was killed just for speaking about what is happening there, or people that fled and were captured and literally sent back to North Korea, and then they said that was everything okay. That Korea it's the perfect place to be, and that they could never change that again. So I'm not saying that the new cabin of the new fucking administration is like that. I'm not saying that. I'm pointing out some similarities, and everything begins, or fucking everything begins with similarities. People draw similarities to convey a message, and then pointing out uh, how dangerous that could become. Not now, but in the future. So, the way that she talked, uh, or or basically or basically the double standards that the or that or the Director of Justice, the DOJ, talked to the Republicans, and how she talked to Democrats showed a bias and absolutely need to prove that the Democrats are stupid. They are not credible, they are sad, and they are completely enraged that Trump won. That was the only messages that she went there to pass to the people that give her the money, the fucking salary, to do what she does. That is bring people to justice. Just that. To not pass a fucking message, to just bring people to justice. Okay. With that, she said first to a Democratic chairman there, or a person there, I will not play an yes or no games. Fast forwarding, she started saying yes or no to a Republican. That's double standard. That is double standards. When someone asked about things that were not about the Jeffrey Epstein, she answered pretty well. And I could say that she answered very well, because I got quote unquote satisfied with the answer. That's something that we cannot fucking say onto the other questions about the Jeffrey Epstein files, right? Every single time that people from the Republican and from the Democratic personnel there said or questioned anything about the Jeffrey Epstein, what she done, she went away, and she brought always back the message how the Democrats are incompetent, how they are literally the disease of the fucking American country, and that Trump is doing everything in his power to protect people. When we saw in multiple cases already that they are not doing that. So, most people, or most countries that are regimes, communist regimes most likely, or most commonly, uh, they use the power of words. They use the power of dreams, and specifically selling you a dream, and then blame the people that they don't like why you don't have that dream yet. And you needed to believe them because they are the people that actually will give you the dream. So I will go back to another fucking person. Uh, that person being the Asian, yeah. I think that was Asian. She brought an argument of some like illegal alien, like illegal aliens being caught and prosecuted, or being, or trying to prosecute those rapers, and the Democrats are stopping them from doing that. Uh, Basically, that is their fault. The Democrats for fucking allowing those three rapers. The other words. Oh my god! Like I will needed to peep that shit. Whatever. Uh, Rape them. Uh, Rape some victims. That is bad. It's terrible. It's awful. We all can agree that. But she's doing exactly the same thing with the victims of the same thing, but instead being illegal aliens are rich and powerful that could benefit the people in power. Selling a message, and then blame the and then blame the people that you don't like for the people that see you, that pay your taxes, to believe and start to divide the country. And when you divide the country, it's easy to sell you more dreams, sell you more propaganda, divide you even more. And when the people are split, are completely broken, and they are fighting with each other, it's easy. It's easy to start creating laws to take more rights from you. That's exactly how North Korea, China, blah blah blah, all came to be. Uh, they sold you a dream. Uh, they basically made. They basically made their people starve or basically die. But if they had a dream, they blindly believed the leader, because without faith, people start losing sanity. And that's why that unfortunately our president is very good at selling you a dream and then blame the others when those words fell flat. Uh, oh, like if you want to, I could fucking like if you want to, I could uh, uh, dive deeper uh, deeper on the North Korea side and show you the parallels on uh, uh, the parallels on the Democrats and Republicans way that they are acting now, and show how different the Democrats and the Republicans were when the Cold War and the Second World War were happening. Uh, okay, so tell me on the comments if you want that. So I want to finish this video with a different message, uh, calling out the UK corruption with the Fabian Society. I could make a video about that as well. So basically, I will just finish this video with a little thing that is coincidental. Uh, there is coincidence, but that really ain't. Every people, every person that talks about protecting children, every congressman, every government that tries to say that censorship is good for you, they're always connected with people that champion the death of the democratic world and the death of the world where people, the average Joe, have power. Fabian society was built on uh, was built on various pillars, but the one that it's very known is that if you are not contributing to society, you should be killed. Every year, you, peasant, needed to come forward and prove to us that you deserve to live. Who decides what is contributing to society? What? Who decides if you are doing a good job for society? I don't know. The person that is in power, not a law, not basic lines that you could follow and see that that's corruption or not. For example, let's say that someone thinks differently and calls out the people in power that are doing that. That could be said that he is stirring chaos in a very well-established society, and that he is not contributing positively to society. It's reasonably, though, we should kill that person A. That is a mechanism of making people uh, uh, submissive. There's a way to take power from the actual people that make the powerful, the country, the rich have their state in power. Because let's not hide the truth or deny. Rich government, whatever you fucking are, bruv. Without the average common Joe, you are nothing, and you would be nothing if the average Joe would not support you. You are a narcissistic, sore, and lame fucking excuse for a breathable hair, bro. You are a lame you basically are a lame excuse to anything that be constant or to be or that could be said that you are worth for the society. But of course that those people could connect to something like this, because the worst thing that you can have, it's people that think themselves being higher than anyone else and still need to talk to low class citizens makes them those disgusting peasants breathe the same air as those fucking rats. Could you see something as disgusting as that for someone that has so much power? Oh, of course not, because we are normal people. So, this is a question everyone knows. The United Kingdom was one of the most robust democracies that we had in the West. People from that society got into power, and now look what they have there: communist socialists. Then, then we have fucking the euro that started acting the same way as the UK. Same patterns, same patterns. And now we have America that the Jeffrey. Uh, 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 Now we have fucking America that literally has connections to the Jeff, my name is Jeff, and my name is Jeff has connections to people in Congress in the UK that are inside of the Fabian Society. I don't want to be conspiracy theorizing here. I'm not here to create conspiracy theories. I'm not here to fucking say that Trump is a bad person. I'm not here to say that people or that governments should all die, be burned and rebuilt by the people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that patterns are logical. And when too many patterns start being pronounceable, it's because there is something there. And the Department of Justice, the Department of Justice said there was no liable proof of anyone in the files that could make the FBI and the Department of Justice to further basically investigate the people that are in the files. People that are connected to royalty, people that are connected to Fabian societies, people that are connected to Jeffrey Epstein, people that are connected to multiple governments of the United States of America. People sacrificed, people killed, people died, people suffered for us to have a free, peaceful world. And those people that govern us are all connected to the same type of people. Maybe it's time for us to open our eyes and literally start making actual change and stop seeing the world as left, as left or right. Maybe it's time for us to actually believe that left and right are all corrupt and we needed to fight for the people. Like it and subscribe if you like it, and if you're not, I will not get mad. Just be peaceful and remember that the world is crumbling down, but we as people needed to rise together and fight for what we believe. Peace. I'm out.